good financial planning is a product of lack. That's a fallacy. It is fallacious for you to assume that for you to gain a good, successful life, it is a product of lack. Most people who think like that think that the people who are successful are just successful because they just have good luck on them. While in actual fact, it's because they have put in place processes that makes them make right decisions about money. One of the problems that a lot of us see ourselves entangled with is continuous access to personal loans, that we keep on getting top up after top up, and then we are never in a place where we have control over our finances. So it's going to be very important for you to recognize that if you want to build a very successful life, you need to take control of your finances and not leave them to lack. Be in control. Don't allow what the bank is selling to you. Majority of your banks would be calling you and say, no, you can now come for a top up. The question is, why do you need a top up? Hello and welcome to Expansion Revolution Nuggets. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm continuing my discussion on choices, that life consists of choices and you are a product of choices that you have previously made. In other words, if you want to make your life better and great again, here's the best thing that you could ever ask from God. Lord, help me to make right decisions. Help me to make good decisions. That's the greatest prayer we could ever pray. Sometimes we focus on the activities and we don't ask God to, go into the right place where we need change. If you change the way you make your decisions and you make decisions that can lead you to a good place, that's how you change your life. The greatest change is not a product of activities, it's a product of changing how we make decisions. And we are looking at choices around money because one of the greatest things that can move your life forward or backward, it's how you manage money. If you are managing money the wrong way, you are likely to regress and not progress. If you make right decisions and good decisions around money, your life would go further. As a matter of fact, it will be like a cruise. You will just see yourself going forward because the decisions that you are making relating to money are good. We looked at fallacies around money, and today I'm looking at the fallacy number 2, to assume that good financial planning is a product of lack. That's a fallacy. It is fallacious for you to assume that for you to gain a good, successful life, it is a product of lack. Most people who think like that think that the people who are successful are just successful because they just have good luck on them. While in actual fact, it's because they have put in place processes that makes them make right decisions about money. Here are some of the questions that you need to ask yourself if you are making the right decisions about money. Number 1, who are you spending your money on? If you are a family man or a wife, you need to ask that question. Who is taking much more of my money? Is it my family? Is it my children? Is it my relatives? Is it alcohol? Is it what? Who is spending much more of your money? I did some exercise in the past where I was asking participants to just do a percentage of the people that are participating in their budget monthly. And they were surprised to recognize that a person that they could not name gets a lot of attention or a lot of share from their consumption budget, which is more than what they could ever thought. And number 2, where do you spend much more of your money? You'll be surprised to recognize that a lot of your money is going towards the grocery, and it's an area that you can be able to manage so that you can live within your means. And I think that's one of the things that by now you should know, that we can't build good choices around our lives if we don't create processes that can ensure we live within our means. One of the exercises I've used in the past is to see how, when you make people do a little bit of an exercise in terms of budgeting, and for people to recognize that their budget is actually bigger than the amount of money that they are in. So your projections are bigger than your income streams. So that shows that you are living beyond your means. And I think it is important, if you want to make a good year and you want to make great achievements in your life, you need to make choices. And those are practical choices. I'm going to live within my income streams and not make a budget that exceeds the money that I earn monthly. That's very important. And in order for you to move to that, you need to accept where you are and accept the amount of money that you earn. And that way you'll be able to go far. And one of the things that I think is important is we need to ask ourselves a reason. Why am I spending in this area? What is the rationale of spending in this area? Because you can't earn a successful life without questioning your behavior. Why am I going there? Why am I spending money in this area? Why am I giving this person money? Why am I managing money this way? We need to critique ourselves. I can tell you the greatest gift to all of us as human beings is that God gave us self-awareness. So we have the ability to get out of ourselves and look into ourselves and critique ourselves. So when was the last time you looked at how you manage money and you ask yourself what informs your budget? Why is the large chunk of your money going towards this person or going towards this area? Why are you doing it that way? And why are you in debt like you are? And why do you think you need the next personal loan? Because one of the problems that a lot of us see ourselves entangled with is continuous access to personal loans, that we keep on getting top up after top up, and then we are never in a place where we have control over our finances. So it's going to be very important for you to recognize that if you want to build a very successful life, you need to take control of your finances and not leave them to lack. Be in control. Don't allow what the bank is selling to you. You know, majority of your banks would be calling you and say, no, you can now come for a top up. The question is, why do you need a top up? Why do you need to consolidate your loans? What are you achieving through that loan consolidation? Not just doing things without necessarily having a very strong objective of what we want to do. We need to teach ourselves that logic should always lead how we do things. Then that minimizes our praying prayers that God expects us to use logic to deal with. Make right choices around your money and you will see God's blessing flows in your life easily. Make bad choices around your money, you will see yourself complaining instead of praying towards God. And here is the best prayer item you can pray around money. Lord, help me to make good choices around money. And also make sure that you manage your money the biblical way. When you do all those simple changes, that you use your money according to how the Bible prescribes we need to manage money, and you ask God to help you in the actual problem, making choices around how you use your money. When you change your choices to good choices, your life would be changed and your money life would improve. Thank you for joining me today. Subscribe and share this video or this podcast. Make sure that people in your life know about this podcast. It will help you as a family to improve choices you are making around money, including when to buy, how to buy, and how to use your money. Let's see you next time. Bye-bye.